by profession, she is an immigration international recruitment consultant, more than 30,000 followers on Instagram. Those who are interested for abroad, working abroad, welcome to Pathway to Placements. This gonna really good session, guys. So I will invite ma'am to start the session.
If you have got the hard copy, you will make the necessary corrections and note down important things. जहाँ भी आपको कोई doubt लगता है, go ahead and ask her. Her knowledge on internships will come handy today. She will be able to guide you on that.
Hi everybody.
Hi mom.
Good morning. A very warm welcome for this session. Let me also thank Sahu sir for introducing me and welcoming me here. Also Vikas, thank you so much. Recently, in last 2 months, my Instagram page Jobs with Rajvi went viral, and I went from 900 followers to 30,000 followers in last 2 months time. Without any paid promotion, without any paid advertisements. And that was a simple reason. I made just one simple video. I am into international recruitment, and I do recruitment for Gulf and Australia. I do Australian immigration as well. So I do skilled visas and work visas for Australia. We don't do any travel visas, although the company name is TICvisas.com. But we do work visas only. Okay, so I realized that the clients who were coming to me were not at all aware, even after being in work industry for 10 to 15 years, that there is something called ATS. Or ATS, how many of you all know ATS? Most of you. How many of you know exactly what is ATS? Raise the hand. अच्छा, ATS का long form जिनको पता है? Okay, some of them. Alright. ATS is Application Tracking System. So when I realized that my clients were facing hell a lot of problems, and there were so many clients who were coming in and saying, despite having of 10 to 15 years of industry experience, they're still struggling getting a job and a job switch. So then I realized the resume is not ATS compliant, and then I realized they don't know what is ATS. I realized they don't know how to do that ATS compliant resume, and I made a very simple Marathi video. ATS काय असतं, how it works, and what changes you need to make in your resume to make it an ATS compliant resume. Okay, so ATS is Application Tracking System, which is used by all the job portals. All the job portals, right from Naukri, Monster, Indeed, Seek. Okay, in India, abroad, everywhere. It's also used by mid-level and big companies. The only people who are not using is very small companies who are directly posting their post, but still they are posting on LinkedIn or they are posting on Naukri.com. So then ATS is still working for them. Okay, so application tracking system is, it's a software which is fit into that portal which scrutinizes your resume, and if certain parameters are not matching, it just rejects. So you might have heard randomly on TV or on interviews or podcast that 6 seconds में resume review होता है और 90% resumes are not even reaching the recruiter. Are you aware of this sentence?
Yes, ma'am.
You must have heard this sentence, right? 90%, 95% is not reaching the recruiter. Now, why it is not reaching the recruiter? आप लोग job कैसे ढूंढने वाले हो? How are you going to look for a job? Can you just tell me what is your good name? Prasad, how are you going to look for a job?
Like, I'm trying to get some references or the college links which college are providing us, like through CDC. Like, and I have even applied for a job which college provides.
Correct. So there is a number of people who will be applying with you?
Yes.
How many people you think might be applying for one single job? Have you ever checked on LinkedIn or Naukri.com? How much it is? Thousands. So, do you think recruiter really has time and she gets all the 1,000 CVs? No. Why? Because this software is created where the software will check whether this resume is relevant for this job opening, and then it will reach to the recruiter. Top 10% will reach the recruiter, which is the highest ranking. So this ATS gives the ranking to your resume depending on all the parameters that it analyzes, and then the resume reaches the recruiter. Okay. So if your resume, whether you are, so there are two scenarios. You see a job post and you apply and upload your resume, correct? Or the other scenario is a recruiter is looking for a person. She will go on naukri.com or Monster. She will search certain parameters. Itna experience chahiye. This is the education I want. These are the skill set I want. And then she will fetch the resumes, right? Both the processes ATS is working. So in both the processes, if your resume is not ATS compliant, it will not reach the recruiter. So the entire session that I do or I have designed is pathway to placement, where now I started taking different sessions. Today we are just going to talk about resume. Here we are going to talk about ATS compliant resume today. Prior to that, I will just overview the entire job pathway for you, that what goes in the hiring. So we will just go through it and then we will focus and zero in on ATS compliant resume. Okay, so this Hanover hosts a very big exhibition for engineering students. And India was a host country in 2015. I had taken biggest delegation from India, that is 25 engineering students. And then I was felicitated and congratulated by our Prime Minister. Why this matters is, as I said, right now the job market is way more competitive than it was in last 5 years ago. Way more competitive. Okay, now there are hardly any colleges who say that we have 100% placements now. And right now I have so many freshers coming in for one-to-one sessions. I have huge number of clientele who have done their bachelor's in India and have done their masters in UK, then done their masters in either US, done their masters in Australia, or done their masters in Germany. So the situation is quite competitive, very volatile, and that is why at least these few important factors need to be corrected, where we have a chance of at least our resume being seen by the recruiter, and we have some chance of getting recruited. Okay, I don't want to disappoint you or discourage you, but the fact is, yeah, it is. It's very competitive. Even for you to come here, it was competitive, right? It's not like you're done your MBA and you get a job, okay? Or some people will say, I have so many students coming in and saying, even their parents come and meet me and they say, ये 2 महीने से try कर रहा है, नहीं मिल रहा है job, okay? So, what is the try कर रहा है? Then I talk to him. What try you have done? And here again, ATS compliant resume is important, because if the resume is not good, your profile is very good, your marks are very good, your grades are very good, but the resume has not reached the recruiter. What are the other strategies that we generally follow when we are doing a job search? We do a LinkedIn optimization. You all are on profile is Rajvi Halgekar Desai. You can also connect me on there. And personal branding, okay? Networking strategies. This will include referrals, how to put in the direct messages, how to put mails after doing the applications to the recruiters. Are you all aware of these factors? You all do that? Are you doing it? Certain strategies in which you do the application and then we provide a template which you can use for doing a follow-up message or follow-up mail to the recruiter. It can't be randomly done. It can't be done. What we do is, we discuss with the client and we make them understand what job portals you can apply according to their portfolio. So these are the now cracking group discussions. So this is the flow of your recruitment. Okay, no? personal interviews, and how to crack them. So all this, each slide is going to be actually, can be one session. So industry specific interviews. So technical interviews and personal interviews, both the interviews. So ATS compliant resumes have certain factors to consider, okay? So these are the things which you generally put on your resume, contact details, okay? Now what mistake you do when you do a contact details? Have you ever put your name and contact number in the headers ever? Not to do that. Only the name could be in the header, but your contact details have to be in the body. Okay? So it can't be on the header because you are going to upload. So there are only two kinds of files which you should upload. One, you should either upload a doc file or you should upload only a PDF. Try to not upload any other extension. Make sure you are checking the extension when you are uploading your resume. Because sometimes even doc file has different kind of extensions using Word versions. Are you aware of that? No? So, now professional summary. We are going to dive deep into each of it in the further slides. Okay? So professional summary has to not be, how much should be the professional summary? Can anybody tell me? 2 to 3 lines max. Okay? And you should not have buzzwords in your professional summary. Okay? So buzzwords, anybody knows what are buzzwords? Jargons म्हणतो ना आपण? They should not be there. Okay? So, your work experience. What is the star method or star format? Are you aware?
No.
When you are writing your work experience, any work experience, okay? Now you will see we are freshers, what work experience we are going to write. That also I am going to tell you. As a fresher, what you can write as your work experience. Okay? So work experience has to be in star format. What is star format? What is the situation? Okay? What task you did? What action you took? And what was the result of it? So, say you had to run a campaign. Say there is a situation, for example, a product has not worked in the market. Okay, or product has not had enough sales or required sales. That is the situation. Okay, what is the task you do? You design a strategy for it. Okay, action, you have implemented that strategy for it. Okay, now what strategy you might design? You might think, why has the product not worked? So you will work around whether the pricing is not right. Okay, whether the product mix is not right, whether the audience that you are targeting is not right. Okay, whether the competitor price we are not matching, or whether the product packaging is not good. You will work on that research. That is your task. Then you strategize and then you take an action. It should be quantified. Experience has to be quantified. It can't be general. Now you will say, what if my role is not in numbers? I'll show you how to put every role in a quantified manner. Okay, if you had any consumer visits on your website, increased consumer visits, that could be put in. Okay, so led a team of 17 students volunteers during placement activity, achieving a 90% satisfaction rate among 200 plus students. This is quantified. Understood? No. Very simple. We are in the age of AI. So AI does it for you. Are you aware which are the resume building AI tools? Yes. You need not draft this by your own self. Very simple. There are 2-3 very good tools. One tool, resume worded. Job scan. Okay. Enhance CV. But resume worded is really good because, if, for example, somebody will tell you upload the CV on your ChatGPT. You can do that, by the way. Have you done that? Yeah. So when you upload the CV on ChatGPT, what does it do? It will show you the ATS score, right? Okay. Will the same ATS score be shown on JobScan? And will the same score be shown on resume worded? No. Why? Yes. Okay. But one thing you need to very promptly do is, do not upload your entire resume and edit it on ChatGPT and just take it down and upload somewhere. ChatGPT actually changes the dates, it changes the names of the companies, it sometimes changes the skill set that you have, the technical skills that you have, it will add up. So if you say, this is my resume and please make it compliant to business analyst profile, it will add all the tools that a business analyst use. You have not even heard of it. So don't do that, because the recruiter might call you up and say, what is this? Tell me now. Then you are, because you have forged something in your resume. Okay, so don't forge anything. Alright. So this is how you do it. So we need not be expert in drafting this. We just need to understand which tools to use when. Samajla? Work experience.
You have written some numbers like 40% in 1 month. So how we are going to justify that?
So you have to make sure that you are writing what numbers you have got.
Like how can she ask something like?
You need to quantify it well. No, when you are doing a project, say, okay, you know your numbers, right? So you will have to quantify that project and then put the right quantity on the resume. You might be having that results with you, right? You have to document those results. Yes. So this is a good example and a bad example. Executive targeted Facebook and Instagram and ad campaign increasing conversion by 35% within 3 months. Okay. Oh, by the way, तुम्ही आता जे काही शिकता ना, it's not going to be useful until and unless you start using AI. Huh? You have to know how, because all this task what you are learning right now is going to be done by the AI, and you will need to know how to use that AI tool. Alright? Never do that. Because here, एवढ्या अशा गोष्टीवर only because of this small mistake your ATS will reject. ATS will reject your resume in marketing. Understood? Saying that, a little humor in middle of any conversation or seminar brings a little charm to that workshop. But unfortunately, I tried asking ChatGPT just before I reached here, and it gave me a very nonsense answer. I said, no, this is not what I want to do. Making jokes. 10 years ago. Now you have to put all technical skills. You have to make sure that you are having all technical knowledge. Even if you are an MBA, you need to know how Excel works with AI, Microsoft Copilot. You have to know. Okay? And if you are not working on it, please start working. You have a very important thing in your resume is keywords. Okay, your resume is all ATS-compliant. You have done a single column. So single column resume is, you have to have a single column format. Okay? Please do not put any graphics, any pie charts, any bar charts in your resume. ATS straight away rejects it because it does not understand. See what ATS does basically? It will convert your entire resume into a very simple notepad word format. Anything that he does not column is also accepted by ATS. Of course it is accepted by ATS, but are you aware how much that column size should be? Are you aware for ATS? So it's always convenient, use a single column format. Understood? Insist not to use the photograph until and unless it is required. For example, certain portals ask you a separate space and ask you to upload your photograph. There you can upload your photograph. Again, photograph has to be 300 by 300, 500 by 500 pixels. Okay, not more than that. Has to be only JPG or PNG format. No other format. Okay? And why not use photograph? Because sometimes you have copied pasted your photograph from some link. There is some backlink to it and you are not aware. The name is wrongly done for that photograph. Extension is wrong. It is just straight away rejected and you are not even aware. So, yes, front-end officers, people who are directly in customer one-to-one, face-to-face roles, somewhere where you have to deal with the clients face to face, where you have to be presentable. Background has to be light, you have to be presentable. Don't put any trip photographs, put a formal photograph. Alright? मतलब ये ऐसा ही है वो
by birth.
कैसा है वो? Some common mistakes that you generally do for your resume. Okay, naming the resume, very very important. Whenever you are naming the resume, put your name underscore surname underscore your profile. So say marketing, okay, marketing manager, or don't put marketing manager, say marketing, okay, and resume. So resume, marketing, that also you can do. Always use underscore, no full stop, no space. Try not to give space. Okay, try to put the work experience which is relevant. Okay, sometimes you also miss out on some of your experiences which are so excellent and outstanding, but you are not aware. Are you aware what kind of experiences those are? Experiences, ऐसे कुछ experiences होते हैं आपके life में आपने लिए हुए होते हैं जो आपको पता भी नहीं होता है कि वो इतने important है और उसमें से इतना अच्छा learning मिल सकता है और इतना अच्छा learning मिला है, and your personality has gone out of it, but you are not aware that I can put this in your resume. You do some cultural activities, okay? You do some NGO activities. You have gathered some amount. You have convinced some people to pay to that NGO. All these experiences are valuable. And tailor it for this role. And increase the ATS score or take those bullet points. Then it will ask you, shall I do these changes in your resume? You say yes. But later on take your resume and check, as I said, dates might be wrong, names might be wrong, to be right. Okay, now you will tell me, oh, this is a paid version. No. Initially 2-3 times it allows you to do non-paid version. Some frequently asked questions which come up by youngsters on my DM, on my Instagram page. I just thought I'll share them with you as well. So how is AI going to change the job market? As I said, there are a lot of roles which are going to get redundant. Okay? All these executive parts, even customer interaction might get redundant. But if you are aware how to use that tools, makes sense. You will be on a one edge higher to what somebody is competing with you. Okay? Data analyst. Okay? Some of the challenging adaptations which you will need to do. Anybody from technical side and come to marketing, engineers, BFAR, a biologist, or microbiologist, food technologist. Huh? If you are anybody who is from a technical background like science, like microbiology, zoology, geology, or biotechnology, or pharmacy, right now when I do Australia recruitment, bachelor's from pharmacy, only 1 or 2 years of experience is required for you to even immigrate to Australia and get a job in Australia. But so if you are looking out for any international opportunities, make sure you are working in your core field. But basically, if you are a technical background person, make sure you try to get a job in that sector. That really makes sense and gives you a very, very higher edge. She has to put it as a marketing research analyst. So what she does is, she just puts research analyst and then write down the job description. Okay? You will miss out on that opportunity. So you can also just do a lot of students go wrong. Because which students I have session with, one-to-one session, okay, there is a very good hack I'll tell you. The application might get to the recruiter a little faster. If your resume is very well done, very well formatted, no photograph, one column format, still is not reaching the recruiter. Because you are not customizing your resume according to every job description. Okay? So, then some other company HR putting a post saying that I require a research analyst, her job description is going to be different, although the role name is same, although the designation is Same. So you have to just copy. Okay. What kind of internships have you tried till date? Anybody? Lot of big companies are putting micro internships to full-time internships on this platform. Okay, and very good companies. You need not pay anywhere for jobs, neither internships. Are you all aware that if you want to enter bigger companies, there are certain entrance exams which you can give? TCS conducts NQT, National Qualified Test. Okay? Amazon conducts a test. Okay? Even Wipro conducts a test, separate aptitude tests and some technical part. To an end. Oh, so was it? I wish you all the very best.
Thank you, ma'am.
For your future.
Really informative, and it created a sense of awareness within us that how should create our resumes and CV.
Everyone, my name is Indra Gujrati. Thank you, ma'am, for the session. We came to know about what is ATS and what should be included and excluded.
So the overall session was actually very good. We got the smartphone pain point where we can work, and overall you said about the what are the portals we can use for the resume worded and all. So yeah, I think we can be using today on that and working on that so that we can provide answers better. So this helped a lot. Yeah, a lot.
Thank you, ma'am.
About resume, as I'm a fresher, I got a great insights about building resume.
मुझे रेज्यूमे बनाने के लिए एक हेल्प की जरूरत थी। आपने मुझे बताया कि क्या क्या चीज रेज्यूमे में चाहिए, क्या नहीं चाहिए। जैसे कि मैम आपने बताया कि प्रोफाइल फोटो डालना है, नहीं डालना है, क्या क्या एरर आ सकते हैं, जैसे कि प्रोफाइल।
Thank you.